Stand by for target practice.
It's like the little kid's like haunted house, you know? It's like this nice looking little neighborhood and this nice quiet area, and the kids are chasing after a dog, and they're completely normal! Completely normal! Arthur! Arthur! Where are you going? The director's kids running into the house. Oh my god, so cheesy. There's the kid! There's those kids again! We're sending him back to the fiery depths of hell through the portal! Every 5-year-old's like, I'm gonna save you! I'm gonna save you!
Squadron Leader Major Lance Benson. Alabama, for short. Nicknames only up here, by the way, so we'll be calling you Ace from here on.
Ace? And all of a sudden, somebody shows up to ruin the day.
Sonic Leader to Rockin' Robin, do you copy?
Rockin' Robin.
12 o'clock.
Rockin' Robin.
I see him, Chief. Don't come back from Rockin' Robin. How come no radar until he was right on top? Hey, you were terrific.
Yes, I was. I remember my days at the police arcade. Oh my god, look at that. Seriously, look at that shirt. The closer you get to it. Really, it doesn't even fit him.
Better all the time. But in this next area, you're gonna have to use all your skills. Because there's a suspect holding a hostage. So be careful.
Did you lose your voice because you were yelling? Be careful. Real careful. Who wrote that dialogue? Like a 5-year-old?
Coming up next, previews of other exciting...
He sounds so enthusiastic about that. Other exciting Action Max games.
So as you just saw, we've been covering, you know, the games of Action Max for the last few months. I started doing this in October for Halloween when I did the Rescue Pops Ghostly, carried it into Sonic Fury, and then 38 Ambush Alley. Now, my full intention was actually to do, after Christmas, of course, was to do the next 2 games, you know, fairly quickly in the new year. I was going to, you know, of course, Hydrosub 2021 and the last game, or the, you know, the 5th game in the series, Blue Thunder, but obviously I didn't quite get around to it until now. So, and not because I didn't want to, it's just, I don't know, you've really got to be in a certain mood to watch these videos, because they are, you know, the production quality isn't the greatest. It's, you know, a fairly ambitious concept, but not the greatest concept. It doesn't quite work. But, yeah, so I figured, well, now is, you know, a good time to get back into it. And, you know, because I pretty much resigned myself to the fact, rather, that there wasn't going to be a good time to ever do it. You're just going to have to be in the mood and just do it. So, case in point, we're doing this. So, hello. We are actually going to move on to number 4 in the Action Max series. This is actually the 3rd for Retroist. The first one, Rescue Pops Ghostly, was actually done over on my blog for Halloween. So this is number 3 for Retroist, but number 4 overall. And this one is Hydrosub 2021, and it's I'd say the undersea equivalent of Sonic Fury, but I think this might actually qualify as the worst one. Now, this actually was the one that I hadn't seen yet. I had Sonic Fury, obviously, because I had the pack-in game for it when I when I got it, and I also had 38 Ambush Alley, and I had the Rescue Pops Ghostly. I had never watched Hydrosub 2021. I watched Blue Thunder a few years ago, but I had never watched Hydrosub 2021, and I couldn't go into it cold. I said, all right, well, I'll set aside 20 minutes and watch, this particular one, and obviously I can see why I hadn't watched it sooner, but this definitely was the most interesting of them. I think this was the worst use of special special effects and puppetry of them. And I saw Pop's ghostly, so that doesn't say a whole lot. It's just really this one's interesting. And so basically you're in a sub in the future, 2021. You're with Captain Jason, who is kind of like a Montgomery Scott ripoff, and he's got a pretty bad accent. Like, he may actually sound like that. I don't know who the actor is. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but the accent was quite interesting. And you're on his ship, and basically from your point of view, and your ship, submarine, and you're supposed to be taking aim at all the dangers of the ocean. Now, where there usually are fish, and possibly sharks and other dangerous sea life, these are robots. I'm just gonna let that sink in. I don't think I can say anything that's gonna add to this. It's seeing is believing, and you're just gonna have to watch. So anyway, without any further ado, let's jump into the game. So grab your light gun and dive right in to Hydrosub 2021. I'm going to join you for this because, as I always say, torture is mutual. We might as well enjoy this together or suffer together, whatever you believe, it is. So I will be in the lower corner of your screen. Now, I know I've said this before, but it goes without saying, because I think I said it back when I did the Rescue Pops Ghostly. If you have any type of sensitivity to flashing lights, I would recommend not watching this. That's not to say that anybody who doesn't have it should stay away from this, but seriously, if you have any sensitivity to flashing lights, the targets are all flashing strobe lights, and I don't want you to have any issues. I know that they can cause seizures, but if you don't have this problem, I'd love for you to stick around. So, all right, let's get started. This is Hydrosub 2021 for the Action Max. I wonder what the clips are. I'm still wondering what the clips are that are on, this film strip on here. Because they're certainly not clips from the Action Max, videos. Definitely not.
Stand by for target practice. Fire at the center of the flashing target. A steady aim is critical.
Because whatever you do, nothing's going to happen anyway.
On your base
hey,
unit.
Steady aim.
Turn it toward minus if you're close to the screen, or toward plus if you're further away. The score signal will light when you hit a target, and points will be added to your score on the base unit. Now,
was this not one of those
reset your score by turning the power switch off and on again on your base unit.
Prepare for action.
Prepare for action.
We're in the ocean of the future. It's like 3 years from now.
Captain Jason.
Oh, the
this is
special effects
navigation.
are so
I
bad.
don't know what hit us. Our instruments have gone crazy. We're completely lost.
I don't read your navigation. Explain.
I can't, Captain. I've
Oh
never
my
seen
God.
anything like it before.
Move aside, mate. Let me look at that. Good Lord.
I'm Ripoff
Can it be
Scotty.
This may be it. The lost world.
What's he got on his
Man your battle
head?
stations. And Gunny
Hi,
officers,
Captain Jason.
we have to be prepared to defend the Sea Dragon against anything.
What
Oh,
is
I've
with
heard
that
many a tale of
outfit?
this accursed place, but I never thought I'd live to see it with my own eyes. And if the tales be true, then we'll be facing the most abominable creatures the gods ever put on this world, or any other.
Yes. Jim Gamble's puppet
Monsters
productions
that
is the
half
most
fish,
formidable
half
thing
machine.
you'll ever see.
Metallic crabs is as big as
That
elephants.
crewman is probably so embarrassed he doesn't want to turn around.
Indescribable
Nope,
devils.
gotta keep my eyes straight forward.
Lance rays of deadly energy. But I've also heard tell there are friendly creatures, so mind your line of fire. And gunny officers, it's up to you. If we can't fight our way out, then we'll be lost
God,
here
that
forever.
accent.
So, man your weapons. And fire already.
It's like a cross between an astronaut and an alien. Oh my god, I think this qualifies as the worst Action Max video, and I've seen Pops go sleep.
That's the way to blast.
What does that tell you? Ah, the ocean. Where all the sea creatures were replaced by robots.
Engine room, keep moving full ahead.
It's like the stock music of Action Max.
Helmsman, hold a steady course.
Just got do it, Captain. And don't worry, nothing that anybody did caused that to happen.
They're coming in pairs. Go for the leader.
What are these things? Oh my god.
Keep firing, blast
Oh my god, that reminds me of those skeleton dogs in Pop Goes Sleep. What? Oh my god. Robot spiders of the ocean!
Mind your port side, Gunny. Mind your port.
Wow. Oh god. You know, if you haven't already figured out why Action Max failed, and not just because Worlds of Wonder collapsed, I'd like to think this is the game that proves that it was not what it was trying to live up to be.
All right, you rowdies. Hold it down. There's worse to come.
Again! I just got to do it, Captain! I got the crab craw.
Those are the creatures I've heard
Oh my
tell
god,
about.
it's like a crab robot hybrid.
Right away, men. Good shooting.
Oh, we're not just firing at robot fish and crustaceans, we're firing at other vessels. It's really hard to see when this giant target is superimposed on the screen.
Mind the reef. Stay clear of the reef.
Steer clear of the reef. I can't turn around. You don't want to know what I look like.
Here comes another wave of those blasted creatures. Keep firing.
I'm just gonna like not turn this dial. You know, don't mind me. I'm just pretending to play with these instruments. don't have the power. Oh my gosh, shake the set, shake the set, shake the set. Danger, danger. Where are the smoke machines?
Damage control! Damage control!
Worlds of Wonder damage control!
How bad do we hit?
We're taking on water, Captain. I think we're surface.
Then do it!
Filled in a bathtub.
All right, gunny officers. Get out on deck and man your weapons.
Fine. I have to.
There must be
1,000? That's like 3. And they don't go anywhere, they just keep coming back. Oh my god, the explosion.
nasty demon. Keep firing, mates! Blast them out of the skies! Damage control, keep working on those repairs!
Playtime in the bathtub.
Rapid fire! Rapid fire! They're coming dead ahead!
Rapid fire! Deliberately slow.
Sharpen your aim, Goldie! We can't
My aim is
afford to
already
miss!
sharp.
Good shooting, boys. Good shooting. But look out for those flying devils
Oh
powered
my
by
god. This guy and his acting. I will say, for this being kind of the worst of the bunch, the target placement actually is a heck of a lot better than, you know, 38 Ampa Chalet, Popsicle City, and Sonic Fury, but this still graphic-wise, puppet-wise, it's still the worst one. It is the worst one. And that's still not saying much.
Watch the starboard side! They're coming in!
They're coming in!
Make those demons remember that sea dragon, mates! Head for cover! In that boat, mate!
Or our toy's being covered up by a smoke machine.
The fog is lifted! They can see us again!
Oh my god, it just flew at us twice. We're going for number 3.
They're coming from all
The
sides!
same one! It's coming from all sides! Recycled shock! Amazing!
Steady as she goes, man.
Music.
Steady as she goes.
play what it lacks in production and visuals. It makes up for catchy music where the CD skips. Or record.
We must be getting through, lads. They're throwing everything at us. That away! Activate the polarizing screens! They're coming right out of that cursed sun!
Under the cursed sun. There's only one thing to do. Blow up the sun! Oh no, it's still coming at us!
Need your targets, man! Don't waste your shots!
All of them wasted.
Keep shooting like that, and we might just see home again.
Captain, damage control. Repairs have been effective. We can go below again.
Not for your ship
Let's
or your
dive.
career, but
Dive.
you know, possibly
All
for.
hands
Oh,
below.
we all live in the yellow submarine.
Captain, this is navigation. The screens are clear, and the scope shows us we're back on course.
Then we've done it. We're finally clear of this
We see your
accursed
face.
place.
Gave yourself away.
Well done, men. And stand down from battle stations.
Thank you, Captain Jason.
Navigator, set a course for home.
And as we sail off into the sunset or the ocean.
Coming up next, previews of other exciting Action Max game
You know, you
videos.
say that, but you're not terribly convincing. Anyway, as we sail off into the sunset of Hydrosub 2021, of course we gotta stick around for more previews. You know, because they just have so much to offer, and the same previews over and over again. Oh look, it's the crewman. I wonder what his real name is. Can't say enough about it. It's so catchy. He's a master of multitasking, Thunder Lemon. He's the offline assistant. He was the crewman. He's the producer. Everything. He does everything.
Upstairs! It's loaded with them!
We're featured on every video, except for the one we actually have.
Your help. Their happily haunted
They'll
homes
never
are
escape us.
ghastly, horrible creatures. They are
You know, when you watch
They're
these trailers, you can actually try and get in some extra bonus points by just, you know, firing at everything you see on the screen.
stairs. You've got to clear them out. Targets in the
Those
attic.
poor kids. See,
in
I've
the
never
park.
found out what actually
It's a
happened to
frightening
them.
adventure. The rescue of Pop's Ghostly.
Will not be televised.
It's solid action when you join the recruits on the target range. Targets appear everywhere. The stakes are high because you never know who's lurking in the shadows. Innocent civilians or
Oh my god,
dangerous
this one was
felons.
interesting.
You'll need to be sure before you shoot. Some targets move quickly, while others pop up from nowhere.
Which is just as dangerous
It's
as
tense.
popping up out
It's
of nowhere.
action-packed. It's 38
Or moving
Ambush
quickly.
Alley.
So, yeah, that was Hydrosub 2021. And, I don't know, I think that I said this, I feel like this was the worst one of the group. I mean, that's not saying much because these aren't exactly built on quality. But I definitely think this might be the worst one of the group. I don't know, there's just, something about it. It's really just, yeah. There's nothing pretty about it. Let's put it that way. I don't know. Anybody else think that Captain Jason's accent was a little, fake? Oh, so that's it for this commentary. This was Hydrosub 2021 for the Action Max. I've now covered, losing my earbuds here, now have covered 4 of the 5 videos, and you would think there's nowhere else to go but up. Unfortunately, the one that actually is the best one is also going to be the last one that I look at because that's it. There was only 5. And that'll be the wonderful Blue Thunder, which, as I had mentioned, probably had the best production qualities, but only because the footage was actually lifted from the movie, from the 1983 movie. So, yeah, so we'll watch that one next, and thanks for watching. And if you have anything, any comments, questions, anything, feel free. Of course, you can click subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. All the information for my blog, Allison's Written Words, is in the video description below. Again, if you're watching it on YouTube. You can also find me over on Retroist.com. Well, thanks for watching, and take care.